Hi gals and marvelous Monday. This is Steph with Steph's Sassy Scrappers, and I have a few things to show you today. Last week, if you remember, we did a couple cute little bunnies. Remember? So to follow along with that, if you're making Easter pages, this week I have a little border down here I'm going to tell you how to make. And then I also made a little Easter basket. I should put a handle on it, shouldn't I? With some eggs in it for your pages. And then I wanted to show you this. And actually, I need to find the paper for this because I think I put it away. If you'll notice, this is the National Scrapbook Day paper. And it was a lot of fun to work with. And we also had the National Scrapbook Day flower pots punch. And with that punch is flower pots, okay? So if you'll notice, and I showed you some of the rest of you how to use that one other time, down here, this is the flower pots punch, okay? So it's just like the it's just like the other punch that I did on the other pages, except what I did is I cut off the plants, okay? I cut off the plants, and then I used the festive light bulb punch, which I do have some of these still on hand, and I think I have one flower pots punch left on hand. So I took this festive light bulb punch, and I just put it in and just punched it without the little end on, but you could leave the end on it too. It's no big deal because you're going to stick that down in. I cut the plants off of it, then I punched a whole bunch of the light bulbs in different colors and just put them behind. Whoops, behind them. So I started off with just a colored designer paper behind, and I believe this is, I'm going to measure it for sure, but I believe it is actually 3 1/4 inches for this, which is pretty wide for a border, but it wouldn't have to be quite that wide. You could make it a little less. Then I took my decorative blade with just a solid cardstock, and that one is about 2 1/8 inch wide. But you know, 2 1/4, whatever, can be that. You can vary that a little bit. I've got plenty of room, so you could cut it down to just 2 probably as well, and did the decorative blade on each side of that. Then I punched my flower pots, and I cut, like I said, I cut off the green tops of them and punched a whole bunch of different colored light bulbs and just stuck them in behind there. And that's all there was to it. So it was very easy, but I really like, it's really colorful. I need to put a little more adhesive down there. It's really colorful and would make a fun page for your Easter egg hunts. Then I had a bunch of extra little eggs laying around. So I just took a piece of paper, which again is 2 inches by 4 inches, rounded the bottom corners and just stuck the eggs in there. Like I said, I probably should put like a handle behind, you know, come up here and then back behind. I could probably do that with an oval, cut, you know, the oval like on the with the red blade, and then, or the blue blade and then the red blade or something would make a curve, so it would make like a handle for that too. Would be cool. Now what I've been trying to find here while I've been talking, and I don't know where it is. I should have looked that up before I started this instead of after, of course. And I don't know what I do with it. But I have the paper from the accessory pack for this. And in the accessory pack, there is a sheet of paper. And I don't know where it is. A sheet of paper that all it has is strips of these on it with the black in behind it. Well, what we've found out is that if you take your flower pots punch and turn it upside down and cut off one of those strips and then put the strip in here, you can line this up with your, it's not going to be very easy now that it's punched, but you can line it up and it will fit exactly right in there where your punch is. And then you just take it, line it up, put it down a little bit to hold it, and then flip it over and punch it. And when you do that, I'm having trouble getting it out of there. When you do that, it lines right up. Now, not every one of the lines line up. It's like every other one or so, because the next line I tried to do it with, it didn't line up. So some of them line up and some of them don't. But dang, I'm going to have to tear the leaves off of that, I think, to get it out of there right now. But once you punch it, don't put it back in, because then it doesn't want to come out. But when you first do it, it has the black in between all of these, so it goes in just fine. It's just like a piece of paper. But I have a leaf caught in there, and it's not wanting to release. So I use my all-purpose tool, hoping that maybe that will work. And it's still catching on something. So I'll have to work on that. Usually I can get them if I work on them long enough. But either that or I'll just pull it out. But anyway, I wished I would have been a little smarter. There, I just cut it off, broke it off. Wish I would have been a little smarter and looked up that paper before I started this, which would have been a good business thing to do. But you know me, I just kind of do things on the fly. I'll have to get that out of there. But anyway, it punches right along there, and you can see it like it punches it out, so it makes it a little different look from what the border is with the black in behind it. So those are just a couple things. Again, the festive light bulb punch works great for the eggs. Lots of fun. It works great for light bulbs too. I have a page that I did with the light bulbs and put them on a string. That was really cute. So I do have that available, and works great also for the Easter eggs for this time of year. So kind of my tips for today, and a cute little border that you can make for Easter. I also wanted to jump in and tell you about the Creative Motivation Binder. Now this is the binder with the pages included, and they come separately, but you just put them in here. This binder is a really nice big ringed binder. It also folds back, you know, so it's a nice one where it'll fold back and gets it out of the way, or fold it clear back, however you want to do it. And then inside of it, there's nice little sayings here, and then there's different tabs for the different types of sketches, project playbooks, project recipes, project guidebooks, all of that. Now, what comes with it is the 2024, all of the project recipes for 2024. And it's on nice, thick, shiny, nice paper. Now, project recipes, those are only for advisors, okay? Advisor exclusives are in our back office. We can get them, we can print them out. I have a project recipe class once a month, the fourth Saturday of every month, or we try to do it then, in which you guys come and we make these. So most of you, if you were in my project recipe club last year, would have made most of these. Now they have beginner project recipes, which a lot of times I don't do those because they are quite simple. But then we get into some of these, and you'll recognize some of these, the ones of you that come, because we do most all of them. But this will give you a nice way to keep those. They're on nice paper, and you can do these with any collection. This is just showing the new product that came out, you know, this month. But you could take the brand new birthday jubilee, and do the same layout. You might have to put a few little different embellishments or something like that, or maybe turn a page or whatever, but these can all be used again and again. But like I said, they're not openly available to you unless you come to the project recipe classes. And I put in an old one that we used for our barnyard friends crop in March. we did this one, or this is one that I'd printed out, and so I put this one in here too. So you can add to it. Obviously there's a big ring here, so you can add to it. I've added another one here for National Scrapbook Day this year, and so that shows the project recipe for that. Okay, so after project recipe is project playbooks. And I had a different video where I told you about the playbooks. Playbooks come out with a buy it all bundle of a new collection. This is Hit the Road. So it comes out, if you do the buy it all bundle where you get all of the stuff in the buy it all bundle, which is usually most everything with that collection, then you get a free playbook with it. In this playbook, it tells everything that you need. It shows a cutting guide, and then it shows how to put together several different pages using this collection. Now, it does not use everything. It uses about half of the products in the Buy It All bundle. So you'll still have plenty of paper to do other pages with and use in different ways, okay? So there's one for the Hit the Road. The Growing Up is that collection that had, we did, I think this one, we did one with the playground the other day at our last project recipe class. I'm not sure which one it was, but here's the Birthday Jubilee, the Noteworthy Days, I can't say it, Noteworthy Days collection. Another Birthday Jubilee. I don't really need two of those in there, I guess, do I? Here's On the Mend that just came out recently, the medical one. So it shows you different ways to use it. Here's the Springtime Soiree. It was our spring collection. It shows how to use those. So they come out periodically, or if you get a whole bundle. Next, we have our project guidebook. Now, the difference between a playbook and a guidebook is, like I said, the playbook, you use part of the collection, not all of it. The guidebook, you use almost all of it. So guidebooks are set up for the advisor exclusive kits that we get. And this year, I'm giving the advisor exclusive gifts to my new VIP members. So if you're in the first quarter, you got the first quarter grouping collection free. Now that we're in the second quarter, if you become a member in the second quarter, you will get this Getting Outside bundle free. I also, if you are in my VIP club or group, then you will get to have rights to this exclusive paper pack to purchase it once you've been in there and gotten your free one. So the gals that got in the first quarter, they had the opportunity to purchase this second quarter guidebook collection with the guidebook, yeah. And so it shows how to use the products in that. Here's another. The Celebrations was the first one. And so a lot of my gals that made VIP the first quarter, they got the Celebrations collection and the project. Also, in the secret boxes, you will get a project guidebook. This is the Celestial Delights, or the secret box #1. We'll be getting another one. We'll be getting #2 here beginning on Monday. So this also shows all the cutting guide and how to use your papers. And you use almost all of the product included in that. Now, you don't have to do all of them, but it does. And I even didn't do all of these, but used some different designs that I had seen that I liked, personally, I liked better. They weren't so dark. They had white cardstock in the back and then used the papers, and it kind of spread the paper a little bit more. The National Scrapbook Day and the Croptoberfest guides that come with the bundles are always project guidebooks, so they'll be in here. Then after that, we have the virtual crop sketches. And this is for, I've actually put March 2025 in here, but included will come all of the 2024 ones. So you have all of these sketches that you can look at and use as starter ideas. You do not have to follow it exactly the way it is. Turn it, change it a little bit, but it gives you a starting place, a guide to start and look at things. Then we have for blog projects. If you have not looked at the Creative Memories blog, you need to on the Creative Memories site. Lots and lots of ideas for different pages, borders, all kinds of things. And then you can print those off. It gives you the opportunity to print them. And then you can keep those in here too. And then creative extras. So what I am doing behind my creative extras is I'm taking now the simple page kits that we get. And when I open them up, I haven't done this with the first 3, but I started with this 4th one. When I open it up, I take measurements of all of the different things that are on here. And then I cut off the top and put it in the Power Project folder that I have with it. Or actually it's not a Power Project folder, it's the folder that comes with the bundle. There is one for each month, so I put that in that. And then I put this in here with all the measurements. I can come back and use my noteworthy days paid paper that I have left over or whatever and cut this same thing and make it look completely different. Or turn this page and put it together and make it look completely different. So it gives you another type of sketch idea that are pretty easy measurements, as you can see, and you've got more ideas. I don't know about you, but I am terrible about coming up with ideas on my own. I just can't visualize it like a lot of people can. I know Mary and Lisa are very good at visualizing pages. I think Candace, she had a page here the other day that I said, where'd you get that idea? Oh, I just came up with it. It was so cute. But I am not a visual or not a person that can do that in my head. I have to see it. And so these are just perfect for me. Gives me an idea of what I can do. I don't always do it just like it says. I might, when I get into it, oh, I need to twist this, or I need to turn it, or I want to do this a little different. I don't want this piece here or there. I have certain designers for the project playbooks. Some of them I like better than others. And so I may not do it exactly the same way that they do. I may think it's, kind of busy or something. So I may tone something down a little bit or whatever, but it still gives me an idea and a place to start. These books are for sale. I can still get them. I'm not sure if they are going to come out with 2025 inserts to go with them or not. But I did go out the other day and tried to find some better copy paper. So I can copy the project recipes that we do for my club. I can copy those off and you can keep those in your binder. The virtual crop, like I said, I printed out March's. I've printed out April's, but I've still got it over here looking at it. But I can print these out, and so we can add those for 2025. And so you can keep an ongoing list of things that, ideas for you to crop with. And it makes it go so much faster. We want to get pictures on pages and get albums done. That's a big goal that we should have all the time, is getting the pictures on the pages and the albums done. And by having these in here, it's so quick and easy to just go, okay, I'm going to do this one. And I may use spring papers instead of revved up papers, but it's going to be quick and easy. I've got all the instructions, everything I need to know, the cutting guide, and everything that I need to know to do that. So it's quick and easy. So if you're interested in one of these, please let me know ASAP, because I don't want them running out on us. And mine I have up here that I keep handy so that I can grab it when I get ready to scrap, and just make it so much quicker and easier for me. So if you want one of those, let me know. If you want a festive light bulb punch so that you can make Easter eggs, let me know. If you want a flower pots punch, like I said, I have one of these left, I think. They're cute for so many things. I saw them use them and cut off the tops and put punch for poinsettias, in them for Christmas time. So you can use this flower pots all year round, for outside in the summer. You could put daisies or something in it. It doesn't have to be just green plants. And of course, like I said, you can put the festive light bulb in them to make them look like Easter eggs. So lots of fun. So I hope that this has given you some ideas, some starting points or some finishing points or whatever, and that you end up using some of these products. If so, please post below. Let me know. Feel free to join the Sassy Scrapper on Facebook and add your pictures of what you've done to the Facebook page so that we can see what maybe you tried to do or how you did yours. So, and if you purchase anything from me at www.creativememories.com/user/Steph Thompson, then you can get into our Stephs Sassy Scrapper Facebook group, which adds more details. It's a little more personal group. We get to know each other a little bit better. I also give page layouts that I can't share other places and things. And it's a lot of fun too. So I would love to have you join us for some of our retreats or our crops. We crop every Wednesday, Wacky Wednesday, here at my house, and just get our scrapbooking done, get our pictures on pages. But anyway, if you have any questions or anything, please feel free to contact me at stephssassyscrappers@gmail.com. And I hope you have a marvelous, marvelous Monday. And stay sassy. See you later. Bye-bye.